Dude,
piece.
the ceiling, if we pull that off, that ceiling is going to be next level.
We'll pull it off.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, we'll pull it off.
Welcome to the Sandy Ghost collaboration build. Very exciting. Figured out pretty much the colors of the cushions, the layout we're going with, the cabinetry, the walls. But this is where the fun begins. Not that the other stuff isn't fun, but this is where mine and Steve's brain really kind of goes off on a tangent. So we kind of talked a little bit about the ceiling and the lighting that we're going to do, and the reason the camera's pointed up right now is we're in a van right now, and we're going to talk a little bit about the ceiling right now of what we're going to do for the Sandy Ghost. Steven had this idea. I have a partnership with TotalBoat, which is an epoxy company, and I'm going to get Sandy Vans involved with TotalBoat as well. We're going to get a bunch of epoxy from TotalBoat.
Nice.
And we are going to
shower in it.
Shower in
I'm
it.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
This was actually mostly Steven's idea, but he took the idea that I had, that I made some, and I'm put some images up of the tables that I've made.
So, which, if you guys didn't know, a big reason I got super involved with light features was because of Jarrod. So
I didn't know that.
Quite a, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's a weird cycle. Yeah, because I saw your indirect lighting, and the first van I ever did had a ton of indirect lighting. And
Okay.
I was like, oh, like somebody else is kind of doing this kind of stuff, and then I really ran with it. And then,
What if you did a mixture of both? Now that I'm kind of thinking about this, so explain what you want to do right now. And now my mind's going really freaking bonkers.
basically, right here, this is the best van to be inspired with light designs. This is one of my favorite ones that I got to do. So this is what I was talking about, Jarrod. Having slats like this,
Okay.
but staggered.
Yep. Like the table that I just showed that
Like the
has that.
table?
Right.
Yeah,
And that was
with-
at random. Right.
Exactly, with bamboo. So we'll have the table that this camera's sitting on match this stuff,
Yep.
but have it offset.
Yep.
But we're gonna have it in the ceiling,
Yep.
and the ceiling is gonna be epoxy filled. So all these slats will be filled
All
with
the
epoxies.
holes. All the holes will be different colors.
Different, like that's where, yeah, we could get little different colors going. We could have the lights themselves different colors on the inside if we want.
Okay.
It really, I'm gonna let you kind of figure that out. You
Okay.
don't need to give me a decision on that now.
Okay.
But then we have this section that we could have the epoxy illuminated, and then right here as well. The fan is gonna be here.
Yep.
And then all through the center here, we could have staggered epoxy colored slats.
What if we mixed, and this is a spitball, and this is what Steven and I do, what if we mixed that with my second Ghost van?
A center indirect light feature on top of that.
Or
would be sick.
even a perimeter indirect, with the center being on two different switches. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, this thing has a bunch of light on different switches.
So you have the entire perimeter on an indirect, like I had on my entire slats, and then the ceiling, the rest of the ceiling be like this with the epoxy filled staggerization. Making up words. Here,
making up
everybody.
words, baby. Making up ceilings, making up words.
That would be next level different.
Yeah, I think it'd be a very cool thing, and it.
Now with the red
involves-
arc, sorry to interrupt
Go
you.
ahead.
With the red arc, can you make the switches different? Like the perimeter lights, can you have that as one set?
Yeah, so you could actually see on this van, you don't have to move the camera because you could see the lighting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So see, so this is the accent lighting. This is all on one switch.
Okay.
So this is the under cabinet and this lighting.
I'm looking at the screen of the camera, so I'm looking at what you guys are looking at.
Yeah, and then the function lighting is
okay.
there.
I
So
think you even have it marked as like M for main.
yeah, exactly. And then
Okay.
this is all dimmable as well.
Oh, you just hold it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then also this hooks up to your cell phone.
Oh, it does?
And you have the same exact display on your cell phone, so you could dim by holding on your cell phone too.
And from what I'm looking at, the red arc, it looks like it also, your water pump's on there.
Water pump, water heater, yeah, everything that doesn't have a control panel already. So like, obviously I'm not gonna put your max air fan on the switch.
That's on a button.
Yeah, you have a button here.
Yeah.
Your diesel heater, you have your own thermostat,
You have your own thermostat,
temperature
right.
control. So those things are not gonna be controlled by the red arc, but every other DC system, and then obviously your AC inverter switch is hidden on the back of this.
So is that light, I don't know, they can't see that, I don't think, but is that light on the red arc as well?
This light is on, Let's see, which one is it? There
That
it
was,
is.
oh, so we can do toe kick lights too.
Yeah, toe kick lights, always.
All right, so we're gonna do, so that's the thing. Again, Steven and I love lights. So can we do the toe kicks? Can we do counters? Can we do ceiling? Can we do under cabinets? Can we do it all?
Absolutely.
Oh, we're doing it all, baby.
We're doing it all. So one thing I also do on the sink cabinet, this is an older van, so I did not do it on this one,
Okay.
but I put the water pump on the toe kick light here. So when your sink cabinet water pump is on, there's a light illuminating on the floor, so it reminds people to shut their water pump off when they're not using it in case a leak happens.
That's that's really cool.
Yeah, so then if somebody's leaving their van for a really long time, you know, if you spring a leak in your van and it's parked somewhere and
It's
you're
just
not
gonna keep
using it,
running.
it'll just keep flooding. Not that this ever happened, but it's just a redundancy.
For
that we
however many
put in
gallons you
place.
have in there.
Yeah, we put 20-gallon tanks in here. So you put 20 gallons in the bottom of the Sprinter, you're gonna have a bad day.
And that is exactly what I was looking for, me and you to kind of collaborate with.
Yeah, and I think with the orange piping on the cushion,
Oh.
it's gonna be like a really like fun and colorful. Like you guys just heard us talking about a lot of grades in the last episode, and you're probably like, this is just gonna be a really gray van. But we're
Not
gonna
with that
get,
epoxy
We're gonna
colors.
get wild with the epoxy, so we need to like flatten it out a little bit, or else it's gonna look like a clown car.
No,
So-
this is going to brighten up the van. This is going to make it pop like crazy. You can have the epoxy ceiling without the light on behind it. It is still going to be a really cool ceiling, and you can have the perimeter light on, or you can have your under cabinet light on with just an epoxy different color ceiling, or you can illuminate it and just make it look artistic.
Yep.
There's so many different things you can do with lights, and that was the point. And that gray boring, like you just said, is like totally out the window now, because now we can do that. There's one more thing that I think would really make this pop, and if we can do some sort of, you guys can't see it, I'm pointing to the table because this is sitting on a table, some sort of lighting for the table. And now that I'm looking around, how cool would it be to do a illuminated Sandy Van logo
I would love that.
in the table?
I would love that. We're all about branding here.
Yeah.
As you know, you can't walk anywhere without seeing a Sandy Van sign.
I mean, you see the ceiling, people might think it's mine, right? Because the Ghost, that's what I've done a bunch of those tubas in the past. I definitely want to think about something under cabinet. I don't know how we're going to do that. Maybe we do not a slat, but like maybe we do the indirect on the under cabinet as well.
Yeah.
You know, just as like a perimeter.
Yeah, I mean, because the ceiling's gonna be crazy. So like we
you don't
might
wanna take away
want to
from the
like
ceiling, yeah.
we might want to keep this a little more tame.
Yep.
And more functional lighting.
Okay.
And have the ceiling more of like a show piece, like art
Dude,
piece.
the ceiling, if we pull that off, that ceiling's going to be next level.
We'll pull it off.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, we'll pull it off. I might even stick a little dovetail in on the seam or something like that. I don't know.
Now that we're in here, now we're not in a Scout, right? I'm going to put this back here. So come back here with me, Steven. Let's see if we can angle this down just a little bit for everybody. This is the end of the counter right here, right? Mm-hmm. Is this where the Scout end of counter is?
No, so the Scout ends, it's exactly the same until here. So like,
Well, yeah, but this is a seat, isn't it?
yeah, so this turns it, yeah, so
So the counter comes up to where I'm
no,
right-
the counter and everything's the same. This is all
Okay.
the same. I'm saying that the Scout is all the same until this point.
Okay.
So just cut this whole part back and put a fixed bed that slides, and then that's the only difference.
And then so you have a seat here and a seat here. Mm-hmm. Okay. We don't have a Scout for everybody to see. So seat here. This is fixed. Underneath is storage. Mm-hmm. Some sort of table, whether it's a pull-out or a lagoon, which is the same as down here. The only reason I bring this up and the reason why the camera's actually elevated is because we talked about the uppers and how we would run them.
Yeah.
If the bed is yay high,
Like with the mattress, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying if it's going to be up here, I don't know if even though I sleep north-south in this, what is your thoughts on having the cabinetry, end, if you maybe do one side and then keep one completely empty?
So the mattress doesn't go the full width. So there's a 4-inch pocket on both sides that's good for like putting
Cell phones.
beverages,
Okay.
cell phones, like we put USB ports in them and stuff. So then you shrink 4 inches from this.
Interesting.
So
I
then
didn't know that about the
then
Scout.
you're not like fully under the cabinet ever. Like maybe your shoulder will be under.
What's
or
the
something.
distance from?
75 inches.
So it's a queen, or it's the length of a full, I guess.
It's the width of a queen.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, 60 inches.
So it's an RV queen because
Yeah.
it's shorter.
Exactly.
Because a true queen is I think 80.
Yeah, 80, but it's 60 by 75. A full is 53 by 75 or whatever.
Right. So it's an RV queen because of the shortness of it, which 75 is plenty. Now that you got me thinking, like if I'm sleeping north-south, maybe we do the uppers like it is in here.
I love having more storage, especially, you know.
But I have all this underneath here.
Well, I mean like easy grab storage.
Got
like
you.
your clothes and
Got
like, you know, your common use items, having like you guys will see this kitchen, there's a ton of drawers. Underneath the sink, there's a ton of space. Like I like giving as much storage.
You're absolutely right. I know you can never have too much storage.
Not in a van, not in 144.
Yeah, that is true. And it would give us more options for lighting.
It would, a lot more lighting.
I would like for you guys to comment, because we're going to listen to some of the audience as well and see what you guys think. If you should run uppers on both sides, or if you should not only run it to here or wherever the mattress is, right?
Yeah, it's this seam right here.
Okay, so have just an upper from here that way, and then you wouldn't even be able to have an upper on this side, would you?
Yeah, I mean,
Or you have it just on this.
just having one upper here, yeah. I wouldn't do that, but it's your call. It's the Sandy Ghost collab. So.
Yeah, I mean it is, but this is a collaboration. We're supposed to work together.
Yeah.
Do I get a swivel?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Every van gets a swivel.
Okay, one swivel?
At least one.
Okay.
Usually the driver, we don't put a swivel on that with this layout because it doesn't really make sense, because you're not going to spin around.
Can we do a separate mounting point for a lagoon so you can actually work out of that?
We always do that too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I like this, dude. This is going to be fun.
It's going to be a good time.
I actually did the split uppers, one side and one side in my second van.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that. You're right. I don't know.
I also like breaking up like the wall panel to ceiling, like seam. I don't like to have to add like trim and stuff, but like that seam is just so
You mean like up
bland.
here? I don't
Yeah,
know if you can see it on camera.
Oh
but
yeah,
like up here.
there's a lot of beauty in front of it, so you can't really see. But
I
yeah,
get what you're
when the
saying.
wall panel just meets the ceiling and there's just it's
like a dead
it's just a
space.
straight line. It just kind of,
It's tough.
you know, and you're talking about doing indirect lighting on the cabinets.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
like that's where I would mount that.
And if we added more ceiling, our ceiling is pretty dramatic. So adding more ceiling makes it that much more dramatic, which could take away from the whole artistic side of it. Like less is more, almost in that case. Definitely stay tuned. My man here is going to go over the Red Arc system. He's going to show the building of it, and then maybe show a little bit of the plumbing and how you do that as well.
Absolutely.
That would be really cool.
We do everything outside the van. That's one thing that is a great tip to give you DIYers out there. As much as you can do outside, the better. It's always going to turn out better.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon.
I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I